What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Rebuilding Masculinity channel. It is your host, Saladin, and today we're going to talk about lust. But before we talk about the subject of the day, do me a favor, hit that like button. Also hit that subscribe button. Share this video because these type of messages need to get out to men, because we need to continue to address some of the issues that's going on amongst men, and fix those issues so that men can regain their masculinity and also get in their right frame of mind so that they can be successful in the marketplace, actually compete and actually do well. So today we're going to talk about lust, because let me tell you something. As a man, there's a lot of men out here that have failed, that have died, worst case scenario, that has ended up in jail, all because of lust. Let me tell you, men, let me tell you fellas something. If you are one of those men that are not able to get your lust under control, where you can't control it, where every time you get that feeling, you gotta find a woman, you are gonna be in trouble. Especially if you one of those ones that got that hyperness about you, where you like, oh, I gotta get it. You are gonna be one of those guys that's really gonna have a rough time in life. Most of the successful men that I know, a lot of them are married, because I know you have a lot of guys out there that like to talk about how marriage is not a good thing, but really the only community that's really pushing that hard is the black community. Whether people want to address that or not, but we'll talk about that in another video. But today we're going to talk about lust. Fellas, let me tell you something. When you are at work and you grinding, you put in those hours. Listen, let me tell you something. If you working with a girl that's fine, dude, that is your bread and butter. There's an old saying that you don't crap where you eat, and a lot of you dudes do it. You lose your job, you lose everything because of some ass, man. Because you guys have no self-control. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. A lot of females will say this. I would say mainly the mature ones. They will say that, man, a thirsty guy is unattractive. For all of you guys that is, you want to get in a relationship so bad, man, that thirst makes you look bad. You guys need to be worried about your bag. You need to be worried about elevating. You need to be worried about being the best version of yourself. Have you stopped and looked in the mirror? Have you checked your reading skills? Have you checked your attributes? Have you checked your skills in the workplace to make more money? Have you done that instead of worrying about some ass? Especially you millennial men, and even some of you older men. You got a lot of you older guys, man, that's in your 40s and 50s, and you act worse than guys that's in their 20s. It's a damn shame. And then you all wonder why a lot of these young guys don't have nobody to look up to. Look how a lot of you older men act. You have no self-control, so how can you teach it to the younger generation? Let me tell you young fellas something. Let me tell you millennial men something. Let me tell you Gen Z men something. Worry about being the best version of yourself. Look in that mirror and look at yourself and say, man, is there something I can do better to make this person that I'm looking in the mirror at be a better person? That's who you need to worry about. Do me a favor, fellas. Look in that mirror. Look in that mirror at yourself and say, can I enhance that person? Can I be a better person? Can I learn to speak better? Can I learn to read better? Can I learn to be better at my job? Can I learn to be better at my craft? Can I make more money? What do I have to do to make more money? What do I have to do to increase my wealth? See, a lot of you men are worried about the wrong things. You worried about what's the next chick that you can hit. You worried about what's the next porn video that you can watch when you get home. When you need to be worried about how can you enhance yourself as a man. That's why a lot of you men are failing. You got a lot of men that go on the internet fronting like they got assets and don't got a damn thing. Most people don't even got $2,000 in the bank. But you want to go online fronting like you got it. And even if you got 2,000, most don't got 5,000. I believe there was an article that said that I think it was less than either 5 or 10% of America that got less than 10,000 in the bank. That's a damn shame. But you guys out here worrying about ass, man. Look in the mirror at yourself. Look at that person in the mirror and see how can you make that man a better man. Stop worrying about trying to impress a woman, trying to impress a female. Worry about trying to impress yourself. Worry about being happy about who you are. Worry about being happy to wake up in the morning because you're glad at what your ability is, what your abilities are, and what you bring to the marketplace. A lot of you guys wake up in the morning and you don't even want to look at yourself in the mirror because you a damn failure. You are a failure. And a lot of you men that are failures are breeding more failures in this society. You going out there having children and you not even set up right in life. You don't even got no money in the bank. You got to go back home to a neighborhood that's unsafe because you ain't putting in the work to get out that neighborhood because you worried about some damn ass, man. That's why these videos are so important. A lot of guys that say, "Oh man, this, oh man, I gotta watch football. I gotta do this. I gotta do that." But a lot of men need to be listening to videos like this, man. They need to be listening to videos like this. I don't give a damn about the men that get mad about videos like this because guess what? Your father should have been telling you this. Your uncle should have been telling you this. But the problem is that a lot of your uncles and your fathers are nothing but simps and betas and men that are worried about women all the time. I'm here to promote masculinity. That's why I made this channel. Kevin Samuels, when he came out with a video, I'm gonna say this. He put a battery in my back to not only because I first off, I'm gonna say this. He had his own audience. Everybody has their own audience when they speak. I have my own audience. There's gonna be some that's not gonna like my videos, and there's gonna be some that do. Everybody has their own audience, and I'm okay with that because I understand that. But you fellas out there, guess what? I'm talking to you millennial men right now. You Gen Z men, you men of the future. You need to be worried about bettering yourselves. You need to be worried about becoming the best version of yourself, not worrying about lust. Lust is going to have you broke. Lust is going to have you with a bunch of baby mothers that got you on child support and you can't bounce back. That's what lust is going to do. It is very imperative, very important that you men get your lust under control. Stop worrying about the next woman that you can hit and worry about having that big paycheck hit your bank account. Worry about changing your family tree. Worry about fighting for your last name. Worry about that. Stop worrying about what's the next female that you can meet. Stop worrying about when you're going to go to the club next Saturday. When you gonna pop bottles with your last check or with your rent money and then get evicted. Fellas, listen. If we're gonna rebuild masculinity, we gotta start actually holding each other accountable. And part of holding each other accountable is holding your fellow friends, your fellow brothers, your fellow cousins accountable when they're doing things that are not right. And guess what? If you are telling them the wrong that they're doing and they choose not to turn and do the right thing and actually try to be the best versions of themselves, cut them off, because there's going to have to be a separation, because you're going to have some men that's just not going to get it. You're going to have some men that is going to get it but not going to want to do the right thing, and that's okay. Leave them. Leave them. Leave them. Because there's only two types of men in this world, producers and non-producers, aka consumers. And you're either going to want to be a producer or you're going to want to be a consumer, aka a non-producer. That's the choice that you got to figure out. But if you always worried about producing enough just to get some ass, you are never going to be nowhere in life. You're just going to be a broke guy, a loser, a bum, and then you're going to bring more bums into this earth. So I want you guys to actually I want you to do some exercises. I want you to go in the mirror. And I want you to affirm this. And I want you to close your eyes when you say it. I want you to say, I am great. I am smart. I am wise. I am amazing. I am a high achiever. I am powerful. I want you to go in that mirror and say some powerful, positive affirmations to yourself and say it every day and watch how your life changes. Fellas, the main thing I wanted to get out of this video is stop worrying about females. You matter first, fellas. These women out here are not worried about you all as much as you worried about them. And that's the message that I had to give to you all today. I'll see you all in the next video. If you like this video, hit that subscribe button, like the video, share the video, and support the channel. If you want to support the channel, you also can support the channel by joining our Facebook group, Rebuilding Masculinity. And you can also hit the Cash App if you want to also support the channel. We're going to have many different activities that's going to be happening in the future. But guys, help support the channel, help push this message out there. Thanks for watching. See you all in the next video.